Hello and welcome to the 12 live stream, the one only. So, today, as you may have guessed by title, I'm going to be mixing audio stuff. Does that make sense? Hope so, because it all should now once I change over to my desktop screen thing. Yeah. Okay. So, here we are. We have this song right here. I'm gonna listen to it before it's mixed. After I pause my music. Pause. Okay. So let me go ahead and bring up desktop audio for you. Okay, play. Ignore that. And if you're in the chat, just tell me if it's too loud or too quiet. I can always fix that. Just need my extra, excuse that mic bump, need my extra headphone on. Yeah, so I know headphones aren't really the best to mix through, but I'm not going to be really publishing this anywhere. If I were, I'd mix right up there. I have an entire station for it with studio monitors, subwoofer, and stuff. I think it lasts like, well, I think you get the gist of the music, you get how it goes. So, I'm going to start mixing this. Let me turn it up a bit for you. Okay, I'm gonna start mixing this for you. And if you can't hear the music coming through my headphones, ignore that. Okay. I think this guitar would sound better with a bit of crunch to it. Yeah. Bit much. Maybe? Almost there. Nope. Okay. Yeah, there. What does the second guitar sound like, and where is it more of? What I'm really doing is just mixing this and saying what I think out loud. That's how YouTube videos are done, right? No, solo that too. They sound about the same, yeah. This might sound better clean. It does. And now... Okay. We have our first two electric guitars, because metal. Now the most important part, the drums. Not that I have bias at all. I have no bias, ever. There's something I like to do for the kick, which I guess it's just easier to do for me. But if you, I usually split into like two separate tracks, one for the click of the kick drum and one for the actual low end of it. So I just duplicate it and name one kick, click. Kick, click, yeah. And then I have kick low, which is obviously the low end of kick. Which is nice, because once I go to like preview it without like some of the like the full frequency range, like you would listen to it on a phone or something, I can add in the click to make sure that kick drum is still, you can still hear it on a phone. Okay, so now I have a kick click. What I do with that is just keep the higher end frequencies, which, where's my EQ, so I can do this. Yeah. And high pass. What frequency am I looking for? No. Yeah, there. Okay, so then after that, I would take a compressor to give it more of like a, I don't know, punch. It's the only word I can really think of for it. Let me turn it up for you guys. And then I usually use like a distressor for the stuff that has some higher end in it. I never use it on low end. I don't need you right now, Toms. Shut up. No one ever liked Tom. He was a bad guy. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm using to mix, it is a Reaper, which I do actually enjoy it. I used to, well, before Studio One 3, which is a PreSonus program, I used Pro Tools. So I went Pro Tools, PreSonus, Studio One 3, then Reaper. And so far I'm liking Reaper because you can change the themes of it and make it look a lot different. Okay, there it is. And needs more attack. I'm trying to remember the way its compressor goes. Some of them go opposite the way you would think, like as you up the attack to 10, and there's more, well, I guess they go the way that you logically would think, but I'm used to going 0 as most attack, but let's see, I guess. Insane compression ratio, please, if I can even speak. No. I like how it does give me a meter on like how much compression I'm doing, because I can obviously hear it. No, I can't. Wait a second. Is this plugin even working right now? Wait a second. I'm going to proceed to use one I've used before. This is kind of like a newer one to me. I've only used it in like 3 or 4 metal mixes. I know that should mean I know how to use it, but I don't. Because I know how to do stuff. Yeah. Seriously, you can quit now. Ignore that mic bump. Not responding. Yes, sure, close. Thank you. Cancel. Cancel. Task manager. You're gonna die, Reaper. There's some irony in that. Oh, never mind. You're gonna live. So now I have to try and make this click have more punch, which I would actually use. This is the distressor plugin I'm used to right here. This is the one that I've used a lot. Okay. And my camera's lagging out. Maybe there's snare wires in there. And then this might sound dumb, but I usually gate the kick because you hear that hiss that comes in there after the compressor lights up. It doesn't light up. Boost the hiss, I guess. EQ. No, not EQ. Gate. And put it before the compressor. And I usually go for like a slower attack on the compressor. This is all my method of mixing. I'm not saying do this. What? Yeah, there. Now to make it kick low, which is basically just the opposite of that. You low pass everything down to like, well, for this song it sounds like I want to go to 60, 70 hertz, something like that. But I'll just listen for it. Okay, low pass. Thank you. And actually you put a compressor on this, but I don't use the distressor emulator thing because if it distorts it, it annoys the crap out of me, and I don't want to do that. Okay, you can play a kick again, please. Ignore that clipping. I wonder if this is even good to listen to or anything. I think that might be the frequency you're looking for. That right there. Yep. And now to add my desired level of click, which is to fader. This is the reason I like this method, if you can even call it that. And now compressor to tighten it up. I just use actually kind of stock Reaper compressor. I think it's actually pretty good. All of the stock Reaper plugins are actually good themselves, and they're free. In case it isn't obvious, I use them all the time. Ratio. Oops, 6. Good enough, 6. Release. Yeah, there. I'm gonna call that good. Well, wait a second. Yeah, there. I'm noticing like, oh yeah, I'm off axis of the mic. Good thing I have a good mic. Wow. Okay. I'd say that's good. Now to EQ the snare. The way I usually go for like when I mix is I EQ each thing individually, then see how it fits in the mix, and EQ it while it's in the mix. Then repeat and keep on repeating that, basically. I think the snare sounds good on its own. I'm just gonna compress it right away. And distressor is like the distressor emulator. I always use on a snare pretty much no matter what. Where is this? There it is. And I'm gonna say 8, and we'll see how it goes. And then distortion, of course, because it's a snare. I know a bunch of people that mocked me for distorting the snare, but I don't care. You snare this way you snare to snare. Yeah, you get it. That makes sense, right? Okay, now... Nope. Wait a second. I'm looking for like just the right amount of snap for the compressor right now. I apologize for my audio clipping, ignore that. It says I'm a true professional if your audio clips. I wonder if this still sounds good. This is literally the entire stream, just me listening to my live stream back. Yeah, it actually sounds decent. I'm kind of liking this fast release time. Yeah. Perfect. Yep. That's our snare. I get the feeling it's gonna take a while, so I guess it's good material to make a 2-hour stream or something, and then YouTube will like me. I don't know. I think it would go the opposite way. I do like really dead like snare drum sounds, but then again I usually mix metal, and this is definitely not metal. So now what do we have on our hi-hat? Maybe more 12K would be nice, or cutting out like 250. I don't really like the tap sound of the hi-hat. Like this sound. Well, here, let me see, I'll solo it for you. This sound right here. I don't really like that too much. And you can actually go back to that, I wouldn't mind. And then I do low pass the hi-hat because it might pick up some of the kick drum or the snare. Well, more like kick drum, but... Yeah, there. Oh, need to listen to... There is no drum room on here. I mean, like room track, like they mic the room. That's what I mean. Wait, where's that second tom used? What I usually do is compress the toms as a bus, but that's like just the results I've been looking for so far. So it's probably not right, but it just sounds good to me. So therefore, what was weird is when I switched over to Reaper, I didn't know how to make a bus. And it's not really a bus, it's just you add another track and then you send all whatever you want to it. So I'm just gonna name it Tom's Bus, if I can spell. And it is really neat how you can drag stuff over to there, because if I wanna put my toms on that bus, I just open up the sends. There's my dog. His name's Petey. I don't know what my neighbor's dog's names are. I don't guess I pay enough attention. Yes, everyone, I'm a terrible neighbor. Who cares? Okay, send to here, send to here. And now close those back. And where are my toms? Toms. Down here, down. And I'm not a huge fan of distortion on toms, so we're going back to Reaper stock stuff. Reaper compressor, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Ratio. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. And how's it sound? I don't really think the toms on here need any EQing at all. There you go. 12 Lives live stream. Burp with the stream. Amazing. And now for the cymbals, where they don't even use cymbals anywhere, I guess. That was sarcasm. I'm just trying to find the cymbals. Okay, cymbal. There's like only a few things I like to widen, and cymbals is one of them. I don't really like when people put, like, they just widen the master bus. It annoys me to no end. Or master, whatever you want to call it. Width boost. Ow. Let's copy that over to well, wait, what does the second one sound like? No, that should stay without some width. Yeah, better. And okay, now for the bass, which I do like when people DI the bass, like put the bass to a DI box, but I also like a DI box bass along with a amp recorded bass, because you have two things to work with, and if you want a super clean low end, you can just go to your DI. And EQ. I know if you're watching this back later, you're going to be really mad at me for doing this, but I do actually high pass the bass to make room for the kick drum. I high passed it like 80 hertz, which I did 75. I'm hypocritical. Hypocritical. Who cares? Where's the bass? Okay. What do our acoustic guitars sound like? Oh, I know what would be neat on this. 24. Yep. Yeah, that's neat. Wait, there's a... I'm not a huge fan of nylon guitars, but okay. Well, I do like nylon guitars for one thing, and that actually is that you can tune them down about an octave and you have a bass, or close to a bass, at least. Had to check the audio once again on my stream. And how's the bass go with this? He doesn't just nailing guitar by itself. EQ, E of the Qs. And of course high passes, because wait, what does it even have down here? Okay, nothing. High pass, thank you. And then something I do for it's like kind of the final-ish things is make a bus for the drums and the guitar so I can mix them. Because the most common thing I hear is like, oh, there's too much guitar in this, there's too much bass in this, oh no, there's too much drums in this. So now I can just use buses and control each of them. Drums, bus. Come on, can I tell this? Guitar bus. BUS, yeah. GT bus. I just thought of like a GT bus, like a Ford GT bus. If you ever get into like anyone on here is either into audio mixing or is going to get into it, expect to hate the song that you're mixing by the time you get finished. Why, you may ask? That's because you listened to it 5,000 times. Also, and you stop working. Thank you. At least you still have beautiful music in the background. Okay, we're back again. Wait a second. Filters, distressor, and then I need to compress this a bit more. Yeah, now we're going, right? Okay, so. Less clipping, yay! And that's it, yeah. It's amazing if you actually have like a decent room to mix in or decent headphones, because it makes a world of difference. Because you can turn, like, you know how when you turn up stuff louder you can hear it clearer? Well, if you have decent headphones, that's amplified because they're still clear as you get into the higher volumes, as you heard, I'm sure. Then there is one thing that, if I actually do end up cutting this down and uploading it, I will, what I was trying to say, I'll have like the links to all the plugins I use in the description, so please cut this down later editing me, because I would love to have this cut down, just please. Anyway, back to mixing, what was I gonna do? Oh, master bus. Then there's a master limiter that I like. This is again free. Have I mentioned the stuff I use is free? And then I just slightly compress everything. Mostly to keep the low end in check. Okay, now. I don't usually use limiters because they sound too much like a brick wall. Oh wait, would you look at that? Brick wall. to send my drums to the drum bus. No. I'm trying to see if there's a different way to send your drums to the drum bus. And what do you know? There is. Send everything to his bus because fun. Yeah. You know what? I'll just do that later. Yeah, that was me mixing something. Also, this will. Wait. This will be actually in a video on its own. This right here. Do you want me to make a tutorial of how to like do a voiceover or EQ vocals or something like that? However you want to say it, how to EQ and compress it with just software for free. Because I've seen one of the tutorials like that. It was made by, I'm trying to think, like Spectre Sound Studios or something like that. But he only did it with hardware that most of us don't have the money to buy. So I'm just going to make one, or hopefully make one, on compressing it and everything in post. So if you want me to do that, just stick in the comments and tell me to do like something that you have a problem with, and I will do that. So yeah, back to mixing. Now, I think this actually sounds decent, but I would still have like a second person come in here and say like, hey, the guitars are too loud, the drums are too loud, because I always have a ton of bias towards drums. So yeah. I think that's better. Then bring toms down. How's it sound? I think it actually sounds decent. I don't have enough time to mix it all, but I do have this mix somewhere else. In a different project, of course. Let me save this one. Saving. Okay, now. What do I save? It says, trial. Yeah, good enough. I have no idea why I named it that. But then I have recent projects, easy listening, because that's kind of what this music reminds me of. Like the 70s easy I can't even speak. Easy listening music. But yeah, this is already mixed and everything, so I'll shut up and let you listen. Well, in case you can't tell, I do slightly like low end, and I actually muted my mic like a true professional streamer. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's about it. You saw me mix the stream. I can cut that up and put it somewhere. So, yeah, now it can basically just be an IRL stream. Okay, so D. Scott says good, and I asked him how he's doing. So is there anything you want me to, talk about? Because I can do that. Okay, let me get my actual camera up here. And now we're going. So, let me get some decent music on. Yep. Nope. Yeah, no. Yeah, good enough, actually. I need headphones to listen back. Okay, now let me listen to this on actual headphones. By that I mean these things, not crappy Apple earbuds. Stupid cables. I'm just gonna keep on EQing this until it sounds good, because this is probably what I'm gonna use in future streams everywhere. EQ coming to a stream near you. I'm still not the biggest fan of like 5K, the frequency. Okay, so now, how does it sound, me? Oh yeah, and since I have actual speakers in my room, it's just a fact that I don't know why you care about, but it's gonna be out there. 4K pings against my wall Snowwind, and it's 120 hertz that is the resonance frequency of this room. Okay, so yeah, I didn't even listen to it. Okay, now it should sound good. Let me check it on my actual phone speakers, because that's what most people listen to YouTube videos on. Not that I would know. I don't know how it sounds. I've stopped. Speak. You have to speak. I'm just trying to think of something to say. I have a new camera I've been using in my videos. Okay, I need to cut like 500 hertz. And Yeah, I think that should be good right there. I didn't even ever show you the camera. I just noticed that. I have to take up this battery. And here you go. There it is, without a lens. I have it adapted to Canon lenses because that's what I actually have, but I'll put on the lens for you. And there you go. Here's a lens. And here's like the main reason I actually bought this. Let me get a battery. Here we go. Now, ta-da! There's you. There you are. Say hi to yourself. In the camera. Yeah. So, if anyone is actually watching, leave something in the chat and I'll probably talk about it, or you can ask me questions, basically whatever. And if nothing really happens, I'll just quit the stream, so what's the worst that could happen? So yeah, how's your week been? Mine's been fine. I had some tea earlier today. The mug is right over there. Yeah, how exciting. Awkward silence. Yep. This is so much entertainment right here, just random guy on the internet burping. So yeah, I think the stream's kind of gone downhill. So, I hope you enjoyed this live stream of all the audio mixing. You may have, well, I was gonna say you may have learned something, but you probably didn't learn anything. You learned how to do stuff wrong. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching. And bye. I'm now a robot, everyone. I've got to make a thumbnail. Let me think. What can I do?